Hello everyone, I am MrGameguy,
MrESPNozaX.
GamingWithClass here.
and right now, we are currently discussing. We are discussing what we need to discuss. There are various topics in the world that need clarification. We're going forward with this, and okay. Is it just me, but has the media become a lot more meta as of recent? Everyone always feels the need to be self-aware, taking jabs. Like, yeah, you see, we get this, but do we really need to know that? I don't know. Just have you guys been just seeing a movie recently, and it always like feels the need to like take a jab at the cliche, but it gets so common to the point where it becomes a cliche.
Oh, I wouldn't say it's like a new. It's been going on for a good minute. There's been so many like properties or movies over the years that have done that thing of, see, we know what you guys are talking about. See, we're with you guys. And it always came off very embarrassing when they did it.
Yeah, it just seems to me that a lot of people are using Meta Knight these days in Smash Bros. I'm just kidding.
We're about to have a brawl right now. Somebody about to get banned.
But we're gonna say GamingWithClass.
No, I was just saying, like, it definitely is. It's been a thing for a bit, but I can't agree. Definitely of late, more people are going towards like the meta side, but I feel like the one difference between back then and now is that back then it was more not subtle, but I guess it was reserved, and when they would actually do something meta, maybe playing to an audience's expectations or playing along with it. Whereas now there are certain shows that are like too meta to a point where it's just like we get it enough already. Like the show that's probably the worst offender of that is that new Teen Titans show, the Teen Titans Go show. Oh, God. That show is too meta, and it just keeps badgering on.
There's always seems like for some shows or movies, there always seems to feel a need to like play along with whatever big discussion there is. And look, it's nothing new. It seems like writers have always focused or added some sort of like implementation of some sort of criticism that people have had on their property. It seems like whenever a lot of shows get very direct about particular criticisms that people have on it, they always approach it in a way that feels more it's not very sophisticated. It often comes off almost as kind of insulting.
That's the issue with the meta thing, is that there's a way of going about it where you're not insulting people with actual like maybe ideas or just in the way they go about it, because some writers go too far. There is some funny meta though. Like, if you ever seen that the Harley Quinn show, that DC cartoon, there's a stupid scene in there where there's a guy with like a Last Jedi suck shirt and a Snyder cut shirt. I'm just like, I wonder what they're trying to say with this scene here.
What do you want to watch?
We could watch Harley Quinn.
No!
Have you seen the show?
Oh, God, no. It's just another heavy-handed female empowerment story where the true villain is the quote-unquote patriarchy.
Oh, God. I will say, like, a show that did a lot of this kind of responds to fan criticisms. Well, maybe not fan criticisms, but actually, no, wait, they did. A show that's kind of responded to a lot of fan backlash, did it pretty well, had to be the Sonic Boom cartoon. Case in point, the tomato-eponymous
theme. I was going to bring that up, too, for the fact that Chris Chan, for years, criticized Sonic's blue arm and everything like that, and what he did at that GameStop.
Oh, no.
Don't call anybody.
Don't call anybody.
Don't call anybody.
Insert pepper spray.
We had the same mind, Game Guy.
That was a show that was pretty infamous for like well known for its meta humor. But I think it handled it in a much more classy way. There was that there was one joke where Sonic finds a cartridge called Tomato-eponymous 2.
Look what I found at the flea market! Dude, is that Tomato-eponymous 2?
That's the best one in the entire series! Tomato-epotamus never worked in 3D.
Game companies always ruin their beloved franchises.
And they never should have changed the color of Tomato-epotamus's leg.
I think a notable episode that they did was that kind of like that one they pretty much inspired a whole Stephen King movie and pretty much made the Crazy Woman into freaking that anteater
Misery?
based on Chris Chan.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really crazy that Sega's well aware of Chris Chan.
Yeah, that whole debacle. Like, that show is like not very subtle at all. Sonic even has a nightmare about it. No, what are you doing? Get away from me, please. Why are you coloring in my arms?
You ever seen like meta moments where you're like embarrassed for the actor themselves?
Yes.
There's this Kevin Smith movie. Listen, I love Kevin Smith, but he directed this movie called Cop Out, starring Tracy Morgan and Bruce Willis. And in the first scene of the movie, Tracy Morgan's interrogating this guy, and he's just saying this wild stuff to this guy. And Bruce Willis and his cop buddies are behind the glass, and Tracy Morgan says, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!" And Bruce Willis was like, what is that line? I've heard that before, or something to that degree. I've never even seen that movie.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!
I've never seen that movie.
And I wanted to turn the movie off so hard. It's like, how embarrassing.
Get it?
Because he was, get it? He's John McClane. He said it. See, it's funny. He doesn't know it.
You know what? You know what it is? You know what it is? This was literally like the entire scene. Like, here. Get it? You see, we were doing the thing.
I hate those ones. Those ones bother me so much. They're so embarrassing. Or God, the Terminator Dark Fate in the trailer. Sarah Connor's like, she says like, "Come with me if you want." That's like some stupid line. It's like, wait.
I'll be back.
And it's like, wait, you weren't there when the Terminator said that. Why would you even say that catchphrase?
All of the freaking Terminator movies since then have like repeated all of the catchphrases. And to quote controversial Doug Walker, but it's like they always pigeon feed these lines, thinking that fans will be pissed that they're not in there, when really they'll be pissed that you keep making these shitty flicks.
It's like Robert De Niro. They always have him saying some dumb stuff in movies. Like, I remember the trailer for like, God, it was one of those Fokker movies. I don't know which one it was, but he was telling Ben Stiller in the trailer. I don't think I've only seen like 5 minutes of the movie. I cut it off, but he was like, "Are you prepared to be the God Fokker?" It's like, dude, come on, come on. Or especially the most, I can't believe the most meta moment of all cinema, Al Pacino in that Dunkachino commercial in Jack and Jill.
Oh,
get it? Al Pacino, Dunkachino, even though it doesn't match. Wouldn't it be Frappuccino?
I mean, to be fair, he did make a lot of money off of that ad, which is why he went to start Apex to build Mechagodzilla.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Look how that turned out for him. Insert bootleg film footage of him getting
Anyway.
Insert a cam rip right here.
So a lot of these, right? So yeah, writers tend to say that they're they think they're being a good sport. We can take a jab. We're playing along with it. That we'll humor ourselves. We'll humble ourselves and all. Cause I, King Ollie, have heard your feedback and I'm willing to take full action towards it. I fucking hated that line when they said that in fucking Origami Cake. I know you're sick of me complaining about Origami Cake, but anyway, moving on. When's the last time you've seen a movie, though, and it really seems like the movie itself was cinema sinnings itself?
Where it knew it was meta and it was just joking on it because of that fact?
Yeah, and regardless if it worked or not, what was a movie that did that for you?
I know two movies that did it extremely well. 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street the movie.
Oh boy.
Those movies were hilarious, and they knew what they were making because they kept just making references about the whole movie and every single thing in it. And that movie worked perfectly. in terms of a meta movie. They have this scene in the beginning talking about, yeah, we're bringing back the Jump Street program. We're just rebooting it over again. You know, every few years or so, we got to reboot things to keep it fresh.
Fortunately for you two, we're reviving a canceled undercover police program from the 80s and revamping it for modern times. You see, the guys in charge of this stuff lack creativity and are completely out of ideas. So all they do now is recycle shit from the past and expect us all not to notice.
I also like that the ending of 22 Jump Street where like they pretty much like were like referencing like I guess their potential sequel, and it's like a different thing, culinary school, the freaking medical
Doctor.
school.
They're firefighters. There's so many of them. There's like 18 of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, is this like a Jaws 19? This time it's really personal kind of thing.
No, they didn't really go with the sequels. I think it was just more of a joke, like, oh hey, like, freaking, these are the sequels that are never gonna happen and stuff. But hey, you know, we're making a joke about it and stuff. Like, pretty much the same thing, you know. But we're going to like different fields of school, medical, culinary, freaking firefighting.
Yeah, one was like Top Gun.
Oh yeah.
I like the one where it was like
flight
it was like
school.
40th Jump Street retirement home. And it's just two old guys.
And then I remember like they made a joke about replacing Jonah Hill with Seth Rogen and everything.
Oh yeah.
And next week, Jonah Hill is back. Because it was like what, like what dispute?
I guess we're going all Rogan. I deserve that silence. Thank you. Thank you.
No, that was pretty good. I don't know, but do you guys have like any examples of like some other or something meta or like breaking the fourth wall kind of thing that was actually done either well or not good?
Well, I'll say one thing. I will say that one of the earliest shows that I think did it pretty well, and I guess that like shows have been doing this for a while, but whatever. I would have to say the original 80s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like that show like had no fourth wall practically.
Yeah, I could say that.
How about you, Ernesto?
The Last Action Hero.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That movie plays on it heavy though. It's like, all right, we know we're gonna make we're gonna do every single cliche we possibly can.
Yeah. We're gonna make every single action cliche and everything. We're gonna have Arnold Schwarzenegger practically playing himself like he's done over the years.
It's like Commando, but self-aware.
Yeah, and we're just gonna add all these other cameos with the T-1000 and freaking Sharon Stone's character in Basic Instinct and everything. Let's have a perverted cartoon cat trying to, you know, like cup a feel on one of the police officers, police officers. And stuff.
Oh.
And then there's always the that police chief that's always angry at, you know, the hero of the action movie of the buddy cop comedy.
Your men are incompetent.
I just like how, like, you know, he was blowing some steam too. It's like steam was coming out of his ears and everything like that. I think at one point he literally broke a window, or like I think he slammed Arnold Schwarzenegger through a wall or something. I don't remember what it was.
You have cost this company so much money, dignity, and pride for your foolishness. You keep the shut up. I am demoting you to shut up. I do have an example of something that I think did
a
do
good
mega
example
well.
also is freaking superhero movie. I don't know if you guys seen it. It's kind of like a scary movie and everything like that.
Yep, I've seen that. It's a parody movie.
Yeah. Those movies have become kind of infamous, where the whole reference and meta, just being meta, is just kind of become the joke. They don't even like really seem to have a joke. It just seems like, oh, we brought this up. You see this thing? It's a thing that we know of, and we brought it in, and that's the joke.
The one thing I will say, at least with superhero movie, that one at least tried to at least do something with him. It wasn't just, oh, it's that guy. They actually at least tried to make a joke out of it. those awful Friedberg and Seltzer Water movies, like the Date movie or Epic movie, those are exactly what you're talking about. The only joke is, hey, it's Iron Man. Hey, it's Hulk. Hey, it's that guy. It's Edward from Twilight. And that's it. And it's just a guy in a terrible costume. There's no joke.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. And I think I also remembered one other movie that they made was Meet the Spartans and stuff. Kevin Sorbo, the guy who played Hercules back in the 90s, along with the Xena show and everything like that. He's in that movie. I remember like when the guys being the the Persians, when they kind of like knocked them all down, and then like you hear Kevin Sorbo, "Don't make me go Hercules on you." I'm just like, oh my god.
You know, years ago I was sad he was in that role, but of recent things I'm like, you know what? I'm happy he's in that role. You deserve to be in that. You deserve to be embarrassing, saying embarrassing quotes.
Yeah, Kevin Sorbo's an interesting character as of late. Let's just say that.
But yeah, that Meet the Spartans movie was terrible.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys went too far. Like, they're somebody who went too meta. They always go way too far with it. Like there's a good push and pull of when to like you of reference and kind of go all in, and they always seem to just like keep going past the point of it not being funny or even cool at that point anymore.
Like, we get it. Like, you're gonna make the same joke and everything. You're gonna reference something. Some pop culture icon's gonna pop out. Like, he's just like either a drunk or a freaking, I don't know, something else. And it was like, it just got to the point where it's not funny anymore. I think they kind of just stopped making those parody movies and stuff.
Yeah, like a really funny example, like a really funny meta moment in the movie. It's only one scene and the movie never gets like it again. Is that Casper movie? When they're trying to get the ghosts out and Dan Aykroyd comes out in full Ghostbuster attire.
Oh yeah.
Were you gonna call?
Someone else. And then leaves. That's it. Funny scene. I was like, all right, that's cool. And then they never mention it back up again. It's great. That's a cool meta moment there. It actually makes sense.
There. Boom. You did it. You got the whole shtick. It's over with. Oh boy. Here it comes.
Speaking of Dan Aykroyd.
Oh! No! God! You did not.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, snap.
Well, you know what? You know what? This is the perfect time to bring this up. To go off topic, yesterday, 50 Cent came over and did a signing for his alcohol at my store.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yo, cool.
I didn't get to see him.
Dang.
Because I had to work. But hey, they had a bunch of extra bottles with his signature on there, so you want to buy it, you can come over here and pay $50 for his overpriced drinks.
No, I'd rather pay 50 cents.
It's actually $50.
It's over $50, like 54.
Oh.
Sorry. No, unfortunately I could not meet 4 dimes, 1 nickel, and 5 pennies. No, I am not sorry about that joke.
That's his government name. He just abbreviates it. Hey, no,
anyway, sorry. Anyway, back on topic. So, the Casper example was a very good example of that. One game that I think was kind of it wasn't the first one to do it well, but was really popularized the meta thing, definitely had to be Undertale, which... Am I the only one who's going to have to explain this? Please tell me, Ernesto, that you can tell a little bit about it.
You know what you're talking about, but I haven't played Undertale, so I can't help you there.
I've only seen 5 seconds of Undertale. All I've heard is that you have to delete a save file. That's it.
Well, that's as meta as I can really go with that statement, though, because without going too far into it, though, it was definitely one of those games that definitely wasn't the first one to popularize off of it, though. It definitely played a little bit off of the, a game I bring up way too much. off by Mortis Ghost. That was definitely one of the first games to popularize the whole thing of like, hey, you yourself are an entity within this game's lore. And Undertale definitely took a few elements from that. You son of a bitch, Ernesto! You knew exactly what you were doing there. Well, let's see here. I see you have save data of Hello Kitty on there. Ooh, that's quite unusual.
Yo, that's a perfect segue because the second you started mentioning video games, I was about to be like, man, when someone bringing up Hideo Kojima,
there is a handful of those. Yeah.
Where to begin?
Let's see.
I'll start with Metal Gear Solid, the first Metal Gear Solid game for the PS1 and everything. There's a boss fight known as Psycho Mantis, where pretty much he can read the mind of the character and everything like that. But he goes as far as pretty much breaking the fourth wall. He literally reads the data you have in your memory card and he tells you, oh, you like Castlevania, don't you? And then you reference all these other games, and then he's all like, still don't you believe me? Place your control on the floor and watch as I move it. And you can see your controller vibrate and everything like that. But that's not the only thing. There's other things that in Metal Gear Solid it does. I believe it's like during one of the segments of the torture segment, when you're back in the cell and you're like in the codec call, with Naomi, and she tells you like, oh, how are you feeling? As I'll like, here, place your controller on like your chest, or like I think like on the side of your shoulder and everything like that, and like it just, you could feel like the controller vibrate and everything like that. And I just thought that was pretty crazy. Like it goes way beyond that as well and everything. Like I think a lot of the Metal Gear games definitely break the fourth wall very good.
All of them do. But there's an even weirder, there's an even crazier one in that game before that. When you have to get in contact with Meryl, and they're like, oh, what's Meryl's codec? Oh, you'll find her codec on the back of the box. And the first time you're playing it, you're like, back of the box? What do they even mean by that? And you legit have to look at the back of the game case. And in there, in one of the photos they have, is Meryl's conversation, and the codec number's there. So to actually figure out what Meryl's codec is, you have to look on the back of the physical case. I don't know, just like there's some like just really crazy stuff, like especially when you get to Eternal Darkness, that whole game just has really crazy meta stuff, like you'll try and save the game and it'll be like, oh, your save data is corrupted, because the game plays tricks on you as you play it. So like the game will like the screen will shut off, and it'll do all these crazy just like sanity effects. And one of them is that it like won't let you save the game, or it'll say your save has been deleted.
Damn.
But there's a whole lot of examples of like meta things. Some people do go a little too far, like the CinemaSins kind of thing of like, all right, we're gonna go into this looking for the references and all that. Just like, stop. Just please stop.
I mean, you can make a whole video when it comes to CinemaSins though, because like a lot of times though, whenever they like go to that whole thing, because it's ironic that some people use that like term of like it feels like every movie is CinemaSins itself. Because, well, admittedly, there's like, a lot more that it comes to it, though. But it feels like they're ultra nitpicking everything. And it's just, again, you can make a whole subject matter to this whole thing. But like, whenever you just have to use the phrase "CinemaSins" yourself, like that's not a compliment. I may add, though.
That shouldn't even be a word people use like as a verb. Like, yeah, CinemaSins, and like don't give them that much credit. CinemaSins stinks.
Do I want to see just this whole plethora of people going through nitpicking every tiny insignificant detail that ranges from oh, that's kind of interesting to, oh my god, who cares?
They all do. Everybody does that, and it's always for the dumbest things. People will complain about the smallest thing in a movie and be like, all right, this movie would have been an 8, but now it's a 6. There's a few YouTubers I like who are like that, where like they nitpick stuff where it's always like, you can't talk about CinemaSins because you're just on the same level as them.
7.8 out of 10, too much water.
Yeah, CinemaSins is whack.
Just do like IGN and just do like IGN, freaking rate everything a 7 nowadays in their movie, TV shows or games.
Self-promotion, but I did my own parody on CinemaSins. Please go watch it.
It's right here.
Well, really, it's more just a parody when it comes to just overly pessimistic and just angry people on the internet. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah, well, this is a discussion about meta. This isn't a discussion about everything wrong with CinemaSins. We don't have 12 hours now.
You see, this channel is actually satire. Please don't take what we say seriously, but at the same time, it's also partially serious. We made this channel as an example of what's wrong with Hollywood. Just, no.
It's like, no, you're everything wrong with Hollywood, because it's only people parrot CinemaSins are just like, I heard that movie sucks. I saw the CinemaSins video. It's like, stop taking your points from CinemaSins. Watch the movie. Get your own opinion. Because people be playing games or reviewing it and being like, oh, the game sucks for this one thing. It's like, this 20-hour game is bad because of this one thing. And it's like, it's a nitpick. It's not like an actual complaint. It wasn't like, oh, the pacing drags. It wasn't like, oh, you know, the story, this character moment didn't work. It's always like, they left a boom mic was in there's a shadow of a boom mic for 5 seconds, 5 frames. Yeah, how could they do that? This is a professional movie.
I laugh at that, but I am simultaneously kind of guilty of that.
Oh, the boom mics in frame?
No, not that, though. The being overtly nitpicky on certain aspects of games. Oh, well. No one's perfect.
As long as it's not like, all right, because of this one thing, the game goes down 3 points. That's what some of these CinemaSins comments are like. They're like, this one thing brings the whole movie down. It's like, what?
We have to clarify everything that is not working in this scene. Like, look at, like, even when they compliment the movie, it's like, wow, this is actually terrifying and dramatic and engaging. Why is the whole movie not like this? Like, they find something wrong with it, even when they're complimenting it.
This scene does not contain a lap dance. See, we said it a million times. It's funny. I guess to conclude this discussion in a positive note, if we are going to speak of a positive meta thing across a series of things, it definitely has to go to Stan Lee and the cameos in every single Marvel film.
Yes.
You know, they really should up the security in this place.
But those are movies, like, even if they take me out the movie for a second, I'm just like, hey, it's Stan Lee. It could be like the craziest thing going on. I'm just like, hey.
It's Stan Lee. It kind of makes me wonder how many Stan Lee cameos died in Endgame.
Well, I know he didn't have. I think his last one was Captain Marvel, but I feel like there was some kind of nod in there, but I'm not too sure. I've only seen the movie once.
Oh, I think his last one was. I think it was Endgame.
Was it
Was it Endgame?
It was, yeah, because an Endgame,
yeah.
it was a brief one where like he's pretty much driving past that secret shield base that has the Tesseract and everything, where like Tony and Steve go back in time to grab it. Because, yeah, and then like he's driving past and like he like shouted at one of the guards, "Make love, not war."
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. They pretty much de-aged him and stuff.
Don't you love modern day technology?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can de-age actors. We can bring them back from the dead. Don't we just love technology?
We can hide Superman's upper lip.
Well, don't you hate Hollywood?
Oh man.
Well, this discussion got very off topic. Let's discuss about how these discussions usually get off topic and we never go through with it. Yeah. See, we get you guys. We see the complaints. Ugh.
There's gonna be a meta about this discussion.
I mean, yeah. Case in point, yes, we probably have gotten very meta. At the same time, do we really care? I really don't care. Do you care?
No, not really.
Nah, it honestly just depends on how it's done.
Yeah.
Execution. So really, should we call this video "Have we gotten too meta"? Because we already know the answer. Okay, no.
We should call the video "Have we gotten off topic"?
Have we gotten off topic?
Off topic.
Let us know in the description.
For the description, it should just be like, have we gone too descriptive?
And I'm gonna get in the comments, have we gotten too commentatious?
For the freaking what the heck is it? The thing in the top right, I forgot what it's called. Have we gotten too clickbaity, too self-pluggy?
Man, when you posted on Twitter, have we got too many social media accounts? We're just gonna go meta in every single aspect of this video.
Have we gotten too salty in certain games?
It's gonna be like, have we gone too meta in the thumbnail? And it's gonna be a thumbnail in Adobe Premiere, then it's gonna be a window from Photoshop, then a window from MS Paint, then a window to Paint.net, then a window to GIMP. It's gonna be like 8 layers.
And it's like a real in-screen, like an in real-life screenshot of you, like, looking at the camera, but looking at the computer, like, dividing your attention, like, wait.
Have we gotten too meta? Who's taking this photo? Then there's somebody behind that photo, too. It's like, who took this photo?
It's like a hand holding that photo.
It's like, wait, whose hand is this? Has life gotten too meta? And that's the final stage.
What is the meaning of life? Why are we here? Wait, if God made us all, who made God?
Well, you see here, I don't have anything.
Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Have We Gone Too Meta? Have we gone too far?
So,
have we gotten?
Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic day. Be sure to eat your vegetables. Like, comment, subscribe, favorite, show this to your friends. Friend us, like us on Facebook, like us on Twitter. Be sure to eat your vegetables, listen to your parents, read your Bible, don't do drugs, don't talk to strangers, don't drink guns, don't...
Have we been telling people enough about liking and subscribing to our channel?
You see, only like this percentage of our viewers actually subscribe to us, so we gotta do that because other people do it. Are we following trends too much?
Yeah, I noticed nobody's added us as friends on YouTube, so like that needs to change. Add us as friends on YouTube. I know the server isn't there anymore, but still add us as friends. Send me a friend request on YouTube.
Rank us 5 stars, by the way. We're gonna keep going until we all keep getting 5 stars.
Send us a video response down below.
Yes, and we'll be sure to like add you in like our next we'll be sure to add you in the next annotation, and you'll appear in our background on our channel. So, you know, be sure to do that.
Send us a DM on YouTube.
Have we told people to send us friend requests on social media too much?
Have there been too many villain spin-offs? Like my favorite one, Magneto.
Has X-Men gone too far? Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. I think we have gone too far.
Has this discussion gone on too far?
Have we gotten too
Who knows?
far?
Wait. Have we